Throughout history, the men and women who lead us with new concepts, new ideas, help us all to move forward in thought toward brighter tomorrows. And now, Meetings with Remarkable People with your host, Jessie Stirling.
Welcome to a very special episode of Meetings with Remarkable People. We are coming to you today from Delhi, the biggest city in India, the most populous country in the world. Today we are honored to have with us Guru Munesh. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yes. Tell me about how you began your practice of meditation.
Since my childhood, I was very much interested to know about the nature, know about the self-knowingness, why the nature color is green, why people are so unhappy and surrounded. These all questions were not leaving me. I was completely thinking of why is that much sorrow is there? Why people are unhappy? Why so many discomfort sounds? Everywhere people are suffering. At least in India where I stay, I encounter those kind of things very frequently. So my motto was not to repair whole universe. I was just thinking, just start with self. Go to talk to your real self. When I started talking to self, I went into the dhyana and deeper. And I started watching myself in every extended self. Yes.
When you talk about this self, your inner self or your real self, what does that mean? For some people they might think it means mind. What do you mean with inner self?
The self is the extended, you are the universe containing into your biological body. So whole infinite existence is inside, or he himself contained his infinity into your small biological body. And he doesn't feel anywhere congested. But in human, if you don't get the right place, if you don't get the right moment, we started feeling congested. We started feeling, I don't feel good. Think of that infinite self, which is always continuing his energy to life force energy. So that infinite self is, always I recognize, always I need, always I identify myself. That infinite self is one in everything. Whatever we see surrounds, we extended ourselves. As Deepak Chopra always tells, 8,500 billion years back, when nothing was there was only time, space, temperature, and space. But who was there to look after? Who was there to observe that? Oh, this is time. This is temperature. Oh, this is me. So that higher consciousness, he himself converted into time. That higher consciousness, he himself converted into the space. That higher consciousness, he himself converted into the temperature. So watcher and scenery, seer and scenery, watcher and observer was the same in different activities. So everything we experience, everything we see, whether it is matter, non-matter, subject, non-subject, they all are in the form of that higher consciousness, but we see in different activities to our activities that they are. So this is the self, you cannot detach yourself, you cannot separate yourself, there is no other. You are the one who see yourself in different activities. So that sense always hurting me, the person who is less fortunate, the person who is not privileged. So why they are not? If I am here if I can do anything for them, let's start doing. I'm not a rich man, I'm not a big person, but anyone can start services or extended self-services from any point. There is no need of being such a great man or such a rich man, because I was belonging to my very middle class family. My father was working in railway, and you know the work. Any person who work in railway in India, they don't get much salary. It's quite middle class family or lesser than middle class family, but the seed of service was feeded in my family atmosphere. What I was watching to my parents, what I was watching my family atmosphere, they were always telling, no, whatever you have, just do something for others. Just share your, whatever you eat, whatever you enjoy. Because if you are not going to look after, who is going to look after? So they are your extended self. They are your, again, you are there in different activities. So that infinite self which recognized my biological body when I started going into the deeper recognition of myself, what I am, and I recognize myself as a universe. Om Aham Brahmasmi. Om Aham Brahmasmi. That sense were so dominated on my thought, so dominated on my action, then I thought, no, I should something do for them. So I started going to the slum. I started calling children to schools because they were hating studying. They were not liking, cleanliness, because they were enjoying their life in that level itself. Mm-hmm. So I was there, me and my wife, my son. We were started, going to the slums, taking children to the schools, telling them what is hygienity, what is the nature of human being, how to respect your parents, how to respect to the society, and why you are not trying to be a good human being. Mm-hmm. So there are so many children are coming to us. I was working in corporates, she was working in corporates. I am an MBA, Master of Business Administration I did. I worked for 10 years in the multinational organizations, but she worked for 8 years in the multinational organization. We left that job, and just to feed our soul, because when we were doing any job for the corporates, they were not even thinking to put any money to feeding the children, to giving water in the very hot season. And we were going to the office, we were watching from our car that who is going to look after, and what we are doing, we can't do anything for them. Mm-hmm. Then I decided not to do any job for any corporates now. I went to office, I resigned. Next day she resigned. We both came to the home, and the whole scene was empty, from where we will earn the money for running my family soap, for my feeding, for my children, feed the schools. A miracle happened. We called so many people to my home that we have left job and we are going to a real job now, because it was not a job. The job which you do by pressure, it's not a job. Mm-hmm. It's simply that you are it's a slave. You're slave. You're simply slaving. You are slave. You are not. You're not doing anything. You're simply fulfilling the gap of slave. Mm. You are there. So we told to our society member, because they started coming to us what happened, you people are not going to the office, from last 1 month we are watching your car is standing every day, you're not moving out. So what happened? Why you people are not going to the office? What has happened? Is anything sad? Is anything trauma has happened or something? Because they were interested to know our story. So we told that nothing has happened. We have awake, we awake that what we were doing, it was not good. Now what we are going to do, it is going to be fulfill our purpose of life. So we are not going to do any corporate job. So we'll be calling you people to come and learn meditation, do meditation, and take this meditation into the action. So when you really working for yourself, when you really merging for your infinite selves, that force will allow and indicate and aware you that please do something for the person who is less fortunate. That is not your reason. That is not your choice. That is not your I'm raising my value or raising my identity or I'm becoming a something different. No, that infinite pure consciousness will allow and direct, they will direct you, those higher consciousness will direct you to do such kind of work, and you will be an instrument for those universe. You will be an instrument for all those life force energy which will create those actions through you. That's what we are now.
Karma yoga.
Karma
I
yoga.
love it. Giving back.
Giving back.
Service over self, really.
Serving for self. And that is the joy of giving. The joy of giving. Every day in the morning, she cooks food for the children. At least 2 big jar. What you say?
Pot.
One big pot.
Yeah.
It's a big pot.
Yeah.
We both go to the street. We find hunger children and feed them. And people say, show me the record. You every day going to the market, every day going to the slum, those children moving on the road, you're catching them, giving them plate and have food, clean water, clean information regarding health, wash your hand. So we do it from last 14 years.
What's the name of your organization?
It's a Param Pran Yoga.
And what does that mean?
Param Pran Yoga is, the Param is the absolute. In Hindi, if you name absolute, it's a Param, means higher, above than everything.
Param.
Param. Pran means life force energy. Life force energy which is absolute. And yoga merging with that. Yoga merging, unification with absolute, which is absolute life force energy, which is absolute.
How do people get in contact with you if they want to become involved and want to help your great works you're doing here in India?
They can go to my website. They can go and find the column of donate or my address, so they can follow those. All instruction is there. By PayPal they can help, by bank to bank shifting their amount. But more than that, even not money, even more than that, what I urge from the world, that money is not only the way you can help me. Please, you are blessed with so many talents. You are blessed with, you are the unique creation on this earth. Like you, in the 7 billion people, there is no one. You are the entire empire of your kind. You are fulfilling your kind of gap. So please think of those talents. Please think of that uniqueness which you carry. Please use those uniqueness for promoting these organizations, because that will be infinite, that will be an endless journey. That will be, it will never going to end. So that will continue. But if you pay me $100, I will feed 100 children of 1 month. $100 will serve at least 100 street children for a month.
Because you don't have a big bureaucracy, a big
No.
organization. It goes right to food.
It's
It goes
the
right to
food.
the children. Yeah.
Just straight to the children. We are not corporates. We are simple, a family-based organization. We and like us, there are so many families who gathered with us. They have told we can make change. They all are very small people. They are even lesser than the middle class. They are not higher, but they have the real intention to do something for when they listen me, when they see me what I am doing for the children or the street and homeless people, feeding them, to saving them, because there are so many old persons there who they are very dirty. They don't get money to sell because they move all around. We go there to feeding them, to saving them, to washing them, and when we come back to home and just realize that what I did for that gentleman, which is my extended self, I feel blessed. Okay, my God has chosen me for this. God has chosen me for this. His extended self, my extended self, and I'm doing Karma Yoga. That is the services of soul. Whenever I was trying to locate, or whenever I was trying to find the answer of any questions of my difficulties or of my suffering or of my any day-to-day life, the question always arises to me that why it has happened to you, why you have been selected, why it has not. Everybody is happy, everybody is moving faster, and why it is happening to you? Why you are not like that? Why you are not being success? Stereo kind success.
Yeah. Why are you self-reflecting? Self-realizing.
Yes, all on this earth, success is being considered by many people. It's stereotype successful, whether you're an engineer, doctor, or so-called businessman or so-called big people, then you are a success. Stereotype success means they believe that they are success. But for me, or for the real truth, for the entire universe, your success, whatever you do without pressure, and you're enjoying that. So that is your success. You're living and enjoying the moment of the life, being as a human being. So continuously working for them or thinking of them, and as a universe, the higher self is doing. So the whole earth, the whole universe nowadays doesn't need more successful people. They need a real human being nowadays, because the shortage of human being is being noticed by the whole universe. That universe itself finding, oh my God, so now the humanity is being, it should be spreaded by media, by so many channels, by so many things that people should think of the motivational and inspirational job to raising global consciousness, to bringing peace on earth. It is the thing.
It is the dawning of a new age right now.
Yes, it is.
As we begin to wind up, I was wondering, what's the question that I should have asked you that I haven't asked you yet?
About my marriage.
Sure. What's the key point to talk about that we haven't talked about yet?
Actually, I was just kidding. You have conclude, or you have approached, or you have touched each and every corner of the issue, of these topics, and I think this is my best being interviewed by you. That I'm just enjoying talking to you.
Oh, fantastic!
It's really blessed.
Thank you.
Really blessed.
Thank you. So we maybe just have a minute left, and I'm wondering if you can have final thoughts, final words of wisdom for our viewers.
Yes. Love without action is meaningless, and action without love is irrelevant. So if you are really a divine, if you think that you belong to a divine, if you think that you are closer to that higher consciousness, put those all information and awareness into the action. If action is not there, then it's no use, it's no meaning. So please join us. The stars guides, the force guides the stars. The force guides the stars, guides you too. The force guides the stars, guides you too. So, you are the supplier, you are the creator, you are everything what you want. So, I will concluding this all interview with this, that put your knowledge or information or your divinity into the action, and please raise the global consciousness. Please support the motivational and inspirational job globally. So at least if you succeed to motivate one people in life, you are succeed. You are succeed, because he will follow you. He will again, he'll be doing your kind of job. He will be trying to do your kind of job. And when you're doing, he started doing a job like you, he is utilizing himself in the name of humanity. So that is my purpose, to raising the global consciousness, to bringing peace on earth. Yes, that is my main things to say.
Peace on earth, and starting with yourself, starting with feeding the children. It's beautiful.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for your time and generosity of spirit. And what are you doing to raise the consciousness of the world? What are you doing at home to strive for a better planet that's more peaceful and more loving and more kind? Are you meditating? Are you watching your breath? What is your karma yoga? What are you doing to give back to your community? Points to consider. Thank you so much, dear viewer, for watching. We are coming to you from New Delhi, India, and this has been another remarkable meeting with another remarkable person. Have a safe, happy, and healthy rest of your day. Namaste.